Hey everybody, welcome back to another video on my channel. My name is Dion and you're watching Reptiliatus. I posted a poll on my community page giving you guys 3 options for what today's video would be about. Many of you voted and I thank you all for that. The results were clear that you guys wanted to see a video about the Chinese crocodile lizards, Shinisaurus crocodilurus. These are incredible animals and I know how enthusiastic you guys were about seeing them in the last few videos I made with them. So naturally, it's to be expected you want to see more content about them. Well, in today's video, I decided we're going to do a small little update on the tank, how it's doing, and feed these animals some living spaghetti. Yeah, that's right, that makes sense, doesn't it? No, all jokes aside, I purchased a box of red wiggler worms. So what we're gonna do is see if the 3 Shinisaurus are interested in eating these delicious morsels. So stick around. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. I make videos pertaining to the topic of keeping specialty pets, such as reptiles, amphibians, and lots of cool invertebrates as well. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely consider subscribing down below and then not forgetting to ding that notification bell afterwards so that you don't miss any of my future content. For today's question of the day, I wanted to ask you guys, because I get a lot of questions pertaining to this whole paludarium thing. Do any of you guys keep animals in paludariums? And if so, what animals are you keeping in them? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, I'll give your comment a heart and we'll engage in a little bit of a conversation as well. If you don't keep any animals in a paludarium, what would be the animal you'd like to keep? Maybe it's a red-eyed crocodile skink. Maybe it's some fire-bellied toads, who knows? Let me know and I'd be interested to learn more about that. I also want to add that if you guys are new to the channel, as I mentioned before, and you have no idea what's going on back here, go ahead and take a look at the video where I unbox these incredible animals and we get to meet them for the first time by following the link up above. Or if you want to learn how I built this enclosure, there's also a link up above to see the tutorial on how I did that. All right guys, let's get right into it. Let's see how the shinies are doing. So my intention originally was to offer these guys a bunch of red wiggler worms. However, I'd completely forgotten that someone once mentioned that red wiggler worms can secrete a bitter slime that makes animals not want to eat them. I tried offering one to one of the Shinisaurus and well, so that idea really flopped. But these animals do love their super worms. So rest assured, we still get a feeding video out of this. So the first thing I did here is made sure to gut load all these super worms with Repashy Superload. Gave it to them, and as you can see, they're super enthusiastic about eating it. After about an hour or 2 of munching on that, they're ready to roll and be fed to the lizards. Alright guys, so because the shinies are so shy, what I usually do to start is dust a bunch of crickets and then throw them in so that they come out and actually start feeding. So let's see if that hopefully works, and then we'll start tongue feeding them some super worms. Oh, here we go. The hunt begins. think it would be fair not to feed the fish. So let's go ahead and give them a nice pellet of kelp wafer. I find a lot of these guys really enjoy this, so let's see how fast they end up coming to this. Doesn't take long. It just sits there for like 2 seconds. There's one of my pandagaras, and there's a neon. They have a mountain minnow there too, enjoying their meal. Well, you guys also know me. It wouldn't be one of my animals if I wasn't trying to tame them a little bit, or at least condition them to be tolerant of a little bit of handling. Here you can see me getting one of my Shinisaurus females to walk onto my hand to accept a superworm. And these are the type of baby steps we want to take to build a bit of trust between the animal and ourselves as their owner. As you can see, she's kind of cautious and I gently coaxed her off, but this is the sort of thing that goes a long way over time. Work in progress. Alright guys, so here is the Shinisaurus Chinese crocodile lizard enclosure. Things are going really well in here. I recently did a water test and my parameters were looking fantastic, minus the pH. Water was a little hard, so I added more tannins and RO water to help combat that. But take a look here. Pothos is growing like crazy. We have a very extravagant root system here, the outtake valve. That's gonna also help remove a lot of our nutrients. Now, here we have one of the female Shinisaurus who is politely waiting for me to feed. She's one of the more bold animals. I'm really hoping that when I open this second door, that animal's not gonna swim away, but we'll see what happens. Now, you guys need to know that these are really shy lizards. They also don't move a whole lot. So most of the day, they're kind of just finding the spot they like, sitting, relaxing, and not doing much. So much so that oftentimes some of the freshwater shrimp will be crawling around on their body, doing an exfoliating massage, a pedicure, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, they're very calm reptiles that like to kind of just sit around. I mean, there's literally some Java moss on her head. Cutie. But yeah, everything in here is growing well. We have lots of frog bit. I was finding that a lot of that frog bit wasn't doing well. I was down to a few pieces, but I recently started fertilizing the tank a bit more. with different beneficial nutrients for plants. And I'm noticing that a lot of that frog bit is offshooting and just doing a lot better and retaking over the surface of this area. So I'm happy to see that. We have a kangaroo fern in here. I've been struggling to keep this watered enough just because I do have a computer fan running up above. Small ceramic heat emitter provides a bit of heat in this area if the animals do want to bask. That also doesn't help with this plant. But I mean, it's putting out some new growth. It's just a matter of staying on top of watering it. We have some creeping ficus over on this side that's doing really well too. And yeah, things are looking good overall. I'm really happy with how the aquatic life is doing in the Paludarium. My fish are incredibly healthy and active, and it's always so much fun to walk into the living room and see how they actually notice me and follow me through the glass, hoping that that might be feeding time. It's really wholesome. One of the types of animals I enjoy observing in particular are my freshwater shrimp. This is one of my bamboo shrimp, and they feed using feather-like appendages that capture small particles in the water. This here is one of my 2 vampire shrimp, and they're really interesting as well. I just noticed my second vampire shrimp molted. There's the old exoskeleton, and there's the freshly molted shrimp sitting above an assassin snail. Here's some good footage that really shows you how the bamboo and vampire shrimps feed themselves. They like to sit below the outtake valve of my canister filter, where lots of different food particles will drift into the water for them to capture. Really cool. Alright guys, there you have it. I sincerely hope you enjoyed watching this video of the Shinisaurus. It's really entertaining to feed these prehistoric looking animals. So yeah, I hope you like that. If you did, definitely don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. It means a lot to me, helps get the video out to more people. If you enjoy the content on this channel and you'd like to support this channel further, I have a Patreon and merch that you can check out down below. And as always, I look forward to seeing you guys in another video again soon. If you want to see more videos pertaining to the topic of Chinese crocodile lizards, check out the playlist up above. See you guys next time. Take care.